I came to the conference because I have like a long history and love of historic preservation. I started as an archaeologist. I worked in historic buildings. I work in a historic building now, and just to get in touch with people and what they're doing in the community. I've been interested in hearing some of the ways people are working with regulatory structures. I mean, that sounds very dry, but it is interesting. I think it's always important for us to figure out how to get systems to work for the communities and for the goals that we have for our communities. So I think that that's been useful. I will say one surprise as an archaeologist is there has not been a lot of archaeology or there's not been a lot of tribal participation, so I would love to see more Indigenous representatives and more conversation about Indigenous historic preservation. I think there's been a lot about buildings, and I expected a little bit more about people. When I was growing up, I came to Las Vegas all the time, but I have not come back since high school, so it was nice to come back. I don't think I used to pay attention to buildings, so I think that I was really surprised to see how many different kinds of buildings that there are in town, so that was fun. I was just kind of like walking around and looking at people's houses, so yeah. One of the things I work on is NAGPRA and repatriation of ancestors and funerary items and cultural items to the communities that they belong to, and so I think that that is part of historic preservation. I think that should be part of our conversation, is restoring people's relationship to place and to their ancestors and to the things that hold meaning and hold cultural continuity, so I'd like to see that as well in this conference and this conversation. I think for me, historic preservation is more than just the buildings and the objects. It's about people's relationship with the future and with the past, and historic preservation is about how people maintain the continuity of their cultural being and belonging and placemaking, and that involves like your spiritual connection to your ancestors, your physical connection, your ability to have a say in the way other people understand your history and your future.